What's up guys, Lester here again, bringing you another video. Happy New Year everybody, hope you had a good one. This is a similar video back from when I used to do these sort of videos for Game Pass. There's not really a lot of games going on at the moment, so I thought I'd jump back and do one of my tried and true videos that I used to do every month, showing some games that are leaving Game Pass and ones that are fairly short that you can kind of knock out in an afternoon if you really want to. So first off, we're going to go over the ones that are leaving soon, and for some reason, I don't know if you guys can tell me this, but for some reason Xbox still doesn't tell you when they're leaving. Like, I don't see anything here telling you when they're actually leaving. If you look on PC Game Pass, it tells you a specific date of 16th of January. So keep that in mind for these ones. I do actually have a guide up for Figment. Certain things in Figment, I believe. I'm not sure if it's a full guide. It's been a while since I've done it. I'm pretty sure I've done a full guide for Escape Academy, though. Very fun game, and you can knock them out in a good couple hours. So if you want to get these done before they leave, get them done. And now we're going to go out over a couple of the other ones, which are pretty much half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hour games. And just very fun games as well. A few of these I haven't actually done, so I might actually make a guide on them. So if you're looking forward to that, then kind of keep your eyes on the channel. Since there's not really much games going on, like I said, until Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I'll be doing a lot of content on that. But let's get into the games. So first off, we're going to go with the Case of the Golden Idol, which is apparently about 1 hour long if you're following a guide. I don't actually have a guide up for it, so I might actually just run through this and see if I can make one quickly, because it does seem like quite a fun little game. It's like a point-and-click adventure type game, and we all know they are very convoluted without a guide, but if you're following a guide, they're pretty straightforward. So if you want to do something like that, go ahead. Easy 1000 Gamerscore if you want it. A lot of these are just kind of easy, chill games that you can play in an afternoon. So next one is a little to the left. I'm going to be jumping all over the place with this guide, just so you guys know. This one isn't very quick. Like, the main story is quick and a lot of the achievements are, but if you want the 1000G for this, and you'll be someone who's annoyed that you can't actually get the 1000G that quickly, there is a guide on my channel if you want to look at it. But yeah, like I said, this is easy, but it's not super quick compared to the other ones. So the next one, which is actually fairly quick and very easy, is this game here, Open Roads. I believe this was on Game Pass a while ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, it's one of those games where it's just kind of go around exploring, picking up things. Apparently it takes about 40 minutes to an hour, depending on how decent you are at games. It's just like a story game without really much to do in it, but it does look quite cool, and I haven't played it myself, but it looks similar to some of the other games like this. Next one is one that I will never play, but you guys can play it if you really want to get the achievements for it, is my Friend Peppa Pig. This has 11 achievements, and it's fairly quick like the other one. Takes about 45 minutes to an hour, and yeah, just another kids game that if you really want to play, you can play it, but I refuse to put these on my profile. Like, I'm not having kids and will never have kids, so if you guys have kids, you can use that as an excuse, but I'm not playing this game, sorry. And the next one is actually a really fun one. This one right here called Donut County. I actually used to think it was called Country, but it's Donut County. And very fun little game where you basically just have like a hole and you suck things into the hole, as you can see from some of these screenshots. I have actually 100% in this game. You don't really need a guide for it, because 90% of the achievements you'll just get in your playthrough, and then the other couple you can just look at and you'll pretty much get it. You just suck things into a hole and the hole grows bigger. Very fun little game. Takes about 1 to 2 hours to complete. And yeah, I'd highly recommend this game. Very fun little game. Next game here is called Mariette, I believe. I have a guide up on my channel about this from a while ago, so if you want to look at those, it'll be in the description, same with all the other guides as well. Very fun puzzle game. It actually does have a couple speedrunning achievements in it as well, but if you're following the guide and you're just kind of pausing every time you're just wanting to look forward on the guide to see how to solve things, that's the easiest way to do it if you want to do those speedrun achievements. And it only takes about 1 to 2 hours to complete this game. It's 22 achievements, very fun little puzzle game. A lot of the puzzle games do seem to be very quick, because they are long if you don't know how to actually do it, but if you're following a guide, it's very fun. And it has a lot of cool mechanics in it, so highly recommend this game. Next one is called Botany Manor. This is another one of the sort of cozy, relatable, relaxing experiences where you're just kind of going around doing a bunch of random stuff, but the actual aesthetics of the game looks really cool. Very nice visuals. Super relaxing game from what I've seen from the videos and things. Very easy. Takes possibly a couple hours to complete 100%, so if you're wanting to do it, might as well go for this. Very easy game. Another nice, chill, easy one is Unpacking. If you have a guide for this and you follow the guide, very, very quick game. probably like under 2 hours to complete it 100%. All you do is literally just unbox things. So you're literally just unpacking these boxes and place them in the room. There is some achievements related to specifically placing things with other things or something like that from when I remember playing it myself. Very, very fun little chill game. Like I said, if you're following a guide, this will take you a couple hours and very easy 1000 gamer score for you. The next one, similar to Peppa Pig, is the Bluey video game. So that's the cartoon for kids, I believe. Never seen it myself. The thing with this game is when it first came out, it was actually very bugged from what I remember hearing from one of my friends. And it seems to be fixed now. So if you want to give it a go, give it a go. Easy 1000 gamer score, about 2 or 3 hours. Hopefully there's no bugs in it anymore and you can just blast through it if you really want to play this game. The next one is this one right here. This one does take a little bit longer than some of the other games. Probably just by a smidge if you're following a guide. It takes about 3 hours. Very emotional game. Very, very cool. And just in case you guys didn't know, the person who made this game also made A Way Out and It Takes Two, and also the upcoming Split Fiction game. Amazing game developers, these guys. So if you haven't played this before, give it a play. You control 2 characters with like 1 controller, and it's really cool. Next one, similar to the Golden Isle one that I showed you earlier, Day of the Tentacle Remastered. Very quick game. If you weren't playing it with a guide, it would be very long, but if you're just load up a guide somewhere and you can play this game in probably a good few hours. 58 achievements for a total of 1000 gamer score like most of these games. And yeah, pretty quick. A lot of these point and click games can be very quick when you're just playing with a guide. If you played these by yourself, then you're definitely going to struggle. But the next one, similar to that point and click game, is this one right here. I've done these as well myself, so I can say they're very quick. The Full Throttle Remastered as well is just pretty much just the same as Day of the Tentacle. An old point and click game. If you're following a guide, you're going to get through it in a good few hours. Next one on our list is The Rewinder. This is another sort of puzzle game type thing. Takes a couple hours. I'd say maybe about 3 or 4 hours maximum. It does also have very cheap DLC as well, which comes with an extra 1000 gamer score. So if you want to buy that, I think it's only like $1 or like 70 cents or something like that. So another nice wee fun game. Pixelated, but I sort of like these styles of games. It does look very creepy as well in certain areas. But I would recommend it. I haven't played it myself, but like I said, with the ones that I haven't played, I might just make a guide and chuck that up on the channel because I'll blast through these pretty quick and then you guys can experience the guides. Next one on our list is this one right here called Dordogne or Dordogne. I think I actually made a guide on this back in the day, so like I said, I'll link all these things down below so you can play it. Very, very fun little puzzle game. It is very beautiful as well with a sort of watercolor aesthetic to pretty much everything. And it can be quite an emotional story if you follow the story closely. But if you're someone who's just going for the achievements, very easy 1000 gamer score. Probably about 3 or 4 hours if you're following my guide. And yeah, enjoy it. Then the next ones, like I have pretty much mentioned in every other one of these videos that I've done in the past couple years, all the Walking Dead games. So if you've never played these games, then I would recommend doing it. If you're like me and you played these through about 3 times on different versions, then I wouldn't recommend them because they are very boring and you can't skip the cutscenes and things. But if you're following a guide, they're very easy and you can just pretty much skip past everything, pretty much all the dialogue. Most of them you can just play through the story and you'll unlock the 1000G anyway. In a certain couple of them you had to do specific things, like I think New Frontier had some collectibles which were really annoying. And then I think in the DLC for one of these ones, there was like a rock, paper, scissors minigame, which was really frustrating to get the achievement for sometimes. But all the Walking Dead games, it doesn't seem like they're ever going to leave because they've been on here forever. So if you want to play them, go ahead. Next one is Firewatch. Firewatch is a beautiful game. I remember playing this years ago when it first came out. And it's just so fun, like exploring the wilderness, picking up loads of stuff. I haven't done a guide for this, and I don't think I will because I've already 100%ed it. So unless I can play it on PC and get double the achievements, then I'll probably leave it as it is and you guys can find another guide. But very quick little game. I'd say maybe about 3-4 hours, maybe 5 hours if you're a bit slower, just doing everything. But if you're following a guide, it's going to be fairly easy and you'll get 1000G from that. The next one is the Little Gator game. This is a very fun little kids-friendly game, I'd say. It takes about 5 hours to 100%. And similar to a few of the games that are on Game Pass where it's sort of kind of old style, you can see the polygons and things, but it looks very cute. There's quite a few games like this on Game Pass, but I would recommend it because it's fairly quick, and like I said, you can bash a couple of these out in an afternoon instead of playing like a really long open world game. Obviously, if you're enjoying open world games, that's great. But myself, I tend to do like one really big game and then do like other small games in the meantime when I have time. Last couple games before we get to the honourable mentions, we've got Turnip Boy Robs a Bank. This was a really fun little game. It does have a little bit of an element of randomness. The game itself though is really fun. You get a lot of weapons and there's a lot of quests in it that you can solve, and like I said, with certain ones with a guide you're probably going to get through this in maybe 5-6 hours. This one's a little bit of the longer side. Last but not least, a little bit of an honourable mention is New Super Lucky's Tale and also Super Lucky's Tale, which you can find down here as well. They are slightly different games, but they are very fun to play. They take a little bit longer than a lot of the games that I've mentioned on this list, but I just had to put them in there as an honourable mention because I love platformer games, and Super Lucky's Tale and New Super Lucky's Tale are very fun to play through, so 100% recommend them. If you guys have any other recommendations for games on Game Pass, then let me know. There is a few games that have been added to Game Pass, like the new ones, like COD and all that sort of stuff. None of them really much interest me. Among Us, I don't know how it's not new, but it's most popular. So if you guys have any of these games, I would recommend Power Wash as well. Very chill game, but very long compared to the ones I've given you. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I will be doing one of these every month like I used to do. Like I said, my next big game guide will be Monster Hunter Wilds, because that's going to be a huge game, and like the previous games, there's so much to do in those games, so much to learn with all the different weapons and things. If you guys are buying that on Xbox, I sadly won't be able to play with you on Xbox because I've moved a little bit more towards PlayStation. I still am coming back to Xbox for a lot of the Game Pass stuff because I'm subscribed to this until about 2026. So if you have been enjoying these guides, let me know, guys. Let me know your suggestions in the comments down below. I will see you all in the next one. And yeah, enjoy Indiana Jones as well if you haven't played that yet either. That is a very good game. So yeah, top recommendation. Very long game, but very fun. See you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.